Welcome back to Classic Firearms. I'm Brandon, and have you ever thought about being in a music video, but you didn't have the right equipment? Well, now you can. Jokes aside, let's get rid of this box. There it goes. This is the Century Arms Draco, or Micro Draco pistol. You got a 6-inch barrel in here, so let's go ahead and actually talk about some of the tech specs here, see if I can't get that the first time. There we go. Now, as I mentioned before, you have a 6-inch barrel. That classic wood furniture you're gonna get with the Dracos specifically, that's actually a very thick wood, which is nice. Overall length is somewhere between 14.5 and 15 inches. I've seen it both. Overall weight is right around 5 pounds. I've seen 4.85 and 5 pounds, depending on where you're looking. You also get a A2 style bird cage muzzle brake right up front, so do keep that in mind, or flash hider, I'm sorry. You have your front iron sights and then a rear iron sight itself, which is a singular kind of block style iron sight. Of course, you do also get one magazine. This is a standard US Palm magazine, so standard capacity US Palm magazine inside the box. Of course, this is chambered in 7.62 by 39 and is technically a Romanian pistol. So let's go ahead and actually dive tip to butt and see what we got. As I had mentioned before, you got that birdcage style flash hider up front. You have that tall front post. Now you do have a little bit more, compared to the regular Draco, you have a more curvy handguard here, and it does feel awesome. But I mean, this thing, I just expect fireballs. Like, that's what I want from this thing. A big fireball coming out the end when I'm shooting downrange. It just is gonna be fun. This is a fun gun. I love it. Moving on. Of course, you are looking at your metal finish on pretty much the rest of this. So you have the wood up front, you have polymer grip, polymer mag. The rest of this is gonna be metal, as you would expect. You have your safety, which is traditional AK style, with, of course, your action portion. So your bolt carrier group, it feels really good in there. Actually quite smooth right out of the box. I mean, you just saw it. I literally just pulled this out of the box. Moving on, you do have your standard AK mag well that you would expect from this thing. And then, of course, you have your mag release button here as well, which actuates exactly as you would expect. That trigger, let's go ahead and talk about that. So, make sure we got cocked, make sure there's no ammo in there. We do unload every gun before we ever start any video. So, trigger. That trigger pull, it's a little bit, you can hear it. Ooh, that's actually really light. For an AK trigger, that feels really good. Okay, one more time. A little bit of travel, going slow, barely putting any weight on here. Boom. So it just pulls right through. And it is quite smooth, which is really nice. That's something that'll break in and feel really good. You could put a lot of rounds down range pretty quickly, so love that. Your trigger guard, again, is made out of metal. It is fairly large, so if you have gloves or you live in a winter environment, that's not gonna bother you too much. Your grip, again, like I said, it is going to be polymer. You can swap that out if you want. It kind of goes with the Draco style, though. Why would you want to swap it out? It does feel very nice in the hand, as you would expect an AK grip to feel. Heading on the back, you do have a sling point here that you can put your sling. So if you're carrying it on a 1 point, you wrap it around your shoulders and it just kind of hangs here. Of course, it'd be lower than that, but I don't want to put it under the table so you can see it. Your takedown button right here. So you pop this, well, I can't show you this taking it down portion, but I can show you what it looks like after. Give me 1 sec. Boom. Internals. Standard AK, from what you would expect. Feels very nice, very simplistic, awesome overall. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and measure it. Let's measure that trigger weight. Let's see exactly how much this thing weighs and exactly how long it is. I'll be right back. Got our handy dandy trigger pull measure right here. So again, we are clear and good to go. Let's go ahead and see exactly. So, okay, let me know in the comments. I'm thinking this thing's like a 3-pound trigger. So let me know in the comments what your prediction is. Maybe you already know. Either way, I want to see it in the comments. So let's do this in 3, 2. Oh, first measurement is 4 pounds on that trigger. That's actually heavier than I thought. It's smooth, so it kind of is misleading. It feels smoother and lighter because of that. All right, one more in 3, 2. 2.5 or 2.5, so I might have actually been pretty close with the 3. It didn't feel all that heavy, and it is pretty smooth. So one more time in 3, 2. Yeah, 3.5. So anywhere from that 2 to like 4 pound ranges is kind of what you're looking at. I want to do this one more time because I think I can get one more measurement to know exactly, kind of hone in on the average here. In 3, 2. Yeah, 3.14. So you're really looking right around that 3 pound mark. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good at that. moving on. All right, now that the scale is on there, let's go ahead and see exactly how much this thing weighs. Online says right around that 5 pound mark, 4.5 to 5. So let's see if that's accurate. We are 505. Wow. So I did read 4.5 and 5 in 2 separate listings for it. So with the mag, you're going to be looking obviously just a little over 5 pounds, 5.5 pounds almost. Of course, once you load it up, you get a little more. So right around that 5 to 6 pound mark is what you're going to be expecting from this thing out of the box. Interesting. Now it's time to measure. Let's go ahead and see exactly how long this thing is. So I'm going to do it here for me real quick. You are just quickly looking at about 16 inches long. Get that on there so you guys can see that, which that's pretty close. I mean, I'm pretty sure in most listings I saw was anywhere from 14 to 15.5, but this with the from the end of the flash hider is exactly 16. So my guess is people are talking from the end of the barrel kind of thing. Either way, you're looking at about a half inch longer than what most people will say. Without the mag, you are looking from grip to top right around 7.5 inches. I'm gonna show you guys. As you can see that there, kind of give you an angular look there. And then of course with the mag, you're gonna be taking up quite a bit more space. So let's go ahead and do that. And see exactly from the end of the mag to the top, trying to level it out. Looking at about 10 inches from there. Now, they are kind of squared, so keep that in mind. Boom. Width, I'm gonna do it from the grip because that's the widest part, just under 2 inches from where the grip is. So keep that in mind whenever you're trying to stow this thing, because this is a bag gun. I think that's a great way to keep this thing. Truck gun, bag gun, love it. All right, now to wrap it all up. That's pretty much everything I have for you guys here today. So without further ado, if you have any experiences with the Century Arms or just any micro Draco you've ever shot, please leave a review down below. I would love to see your comments. I know I'll be down there answering any questions you also have. So if I missed anything, let me know, because that does happen. I do miss things from time to time. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope whatever you do out there today, if you get one of these, if you don't, you stay safe. With that being said, God bless. It is time to end. Now, I'm gonna go shoot this thing.